And here we are. So game 2, and the way we described Stark was a little bit slower and a little bit more strategic, right? So this map, someone had asked in the previous game, like T90, why no arena, right? This map is a closed map, right? But there's a lot of things that can happen before you close it up. Obviously, the wall potential is very much there. Stark could do that right now. But Bengali's Malay. So Malay were winning here nonstop in the first couple rounds of the qualifiers. And Malay's win rate still might be one of the best win rates in the qualifiers. Someone could maybe check. Yeah, someone could maybe check that. We have... Shoot, what's the... AoEstats.io has a tab for Hidden Cup. And then we also have hiddencup.com that has stats. Hopefully we don't crash those sites again. But... yeah, the Malay were really good, is my point. And it's all because of their timings. But the Bengalis have been shown to be quite strong by one player in particular, which is Mihai. Mihai will be playing again tomorrow trying to qualify. And we saw Bengalis Malay, and the Bengalis just completely smashed Malay in late game because of those elephant archers. But that is late game, which means you do need to protect yourself, and you do need to get there safely, which Barrels, I'm sure, is going to be out here trying to avoid. We will see. Thank you again, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Schlopsy, Sunsky, Hendy, Gorilla, Bubba Gump. You're welcome. Justa, Bear Ives. Thank you, Macintosh, for the year. Yeah, obviously, with this whole sub thing, primes also go directly towards the creator, too. It's a little different, though, because depending on where you're from, the primes are worth different amounts, but who cares? It's free. You don't get ads, you get the emotes. It supports the content, so. Bengalis actually have the highest win rate. Yeah, I guess that's true because of this new trend, but how many games have been played? I think Bengalis have only been played twice, and it was both by Mihai. Yeah. Malay, 62% win rate on Quarry with 8 games. Okay. And in general, Malay have done really well on other maps, too. So, guys, I actually remember... this is so funny. I have a memory from 3 years ago that just entered my brain. It was Stark against Capoch Invisible Cup. Look it up. It was on Quarry, okay? And Stark snuck a Vil. It's coming back. It was deep down in the basement of my brain. And it was actually the same series. Do you guys ever remember the sneak from Stark on Bay, where he snuck a Vil into the back of Capoch's base? It's one of the best casts I've ever put on my channel. Is a deep dive with the sneak Vil. Anyways, Stark's going to try this. And it's the second time we've seen this. MBL did this in his series against Ganji yesterday. But it's a really smart play. Because from what Barrels sees right now, Barrels sees a barracks. Barrels thinks, I'm making militia. He's making militia. That's it. But this Vil is going to chill back here. And she could be the key to something special here for Stark. Because like we said, the Bengalis want to play defensive. They want to take it to late game. That is all that Barrels is likely going to assume. Now, this makes killing the scout all the more valuable right now if you're Stark. If you can get a kill on that, that'd be wonderful. He gets a kill on the militia. His scout is weaker, though. He is ensuring that no damage is going to be done. Now, we have a Vil from Barrels. This could be interesting. And I think Barrels realized himself, I'm going to be spotted, so he doesn't continue to run through. Meanwhile, in the back of Barrels' eco, we've got a villager building an aggressive house. All right. So Barrels will think, the good news for me is he invested into these militia. These militia are stuck. These militia can't go anywhere. These militia are going to run into walls at my base. But dude, guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is amazing. And it's so good. Like, guys, I even need to go back to show it. I got to wait. I feel like I should wait till this militia dies. But Stark saw Barrels pushing in the deer and snuck around there. Like, he knew that the scout was there and he dodged it. It's going to be interesting because Barles has his scout in here now. He can never get back home. Look at his base. Now, if he sees villagers on gold and he sees a build order that is normally designed around archers, there might be some outposting from Barles. This really comes down to, does Barles see and sense the right things here? But yeah, you need to do something with his villager. You might as well build houses. But she is definitely going to build an archer range. This militia still. Actually, in this situation, guys, don't chase with 3. This is actually really bad. You only need 1 to win the fight. So pull these 2 into the middle and maybe attack something. But also, sometimes the units will block each other, which you don't want. So when they turn, they'll like... This little weak guy, he's kind of annoyed that he's so weak and the others are so strong. They're going to block each other. You see the blocking? It's stupid, man. They've got too much ego. But it actually wasn't too bad. I think I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. And, hey, there he goes blocking again. I mean, whatever. We really shouldn't be looking at this. We have more walls. Okay, so from what Barles can see, every indication here is Stark wants to play late game. Stark wants to play safe. Stark wants to play with eco. Now, these villagers are on gold, and Barles will have seen that. I just wonder at what point you see double walls. He likely will not see an archer range here. Will Barles recognize that gold, double walls here means no army at home and army forward? Ah! This makes me so happy. Yes, Stark. We love it, bro. We love this. Let's go. Ah, it really just made my day already. Just made my day. Don't call me a goblin. Don't call me a gnome. This is sick. This is sick. I love this stuff, man. I think, like, obviously we have some incredible talents and the competitive scene is incredible, but like some of this stuff gets lost at times. The sneaks, the scouting, the vision, and Stark's like his old style is really showing here, I feel. I just wonder at what point does Barles sense it? He clearly doesn't. Like, I don't think that he senses this at all. He thinks this is just eco from Stark. Actually, what you would look for here is if you don't see like 8 to 10 farms here, that's when you should sense archer ranges. But nope, he's just going to stop making army. He sees stone walls from Stark. He sees a tower from Stark. And meanwhile, Stark is massing archers here. And Barles is going to try and go Castle Age to rush everything down. And guys, what do you do when you want to rush Castle Age and go all in? Oh, he's actually getting Town Watch. That's interesting. That might tell us he has a suspicion. Yeah, if you want to go up to Castle Age quickly, you sell your stone. And then you don't have the stone for a tower. Wait, is he going to outpost? Where is he? Oh, okay. He's suspicious. I think he might have seen there weren't many farms here. So he's outposting here out of suspicion. And oh, Town Watch actually pays off. Town Watch actually pays off big. Look at that. If he didn't get Town Watch, you would have never seen that. And Stark's like, surprise, buddy. I'm not booming. I'm in your base. And Vil goes down. Next Vil will go down. Meanwhile, Stark is living the dream behind this with crazy eco. And he's untouched. Except for some random militia. Barles actually loses his scout. And Stark has taken Barles off of every single important resource except a few farms. Look at this evacuation now from Barles. That's game changing. And that's just a sick strategy. And it started from the beginning. And it just, this is why Stark is here. This is why he's got a chance today. He's going to make a stable now. And we'll have more archers. He's just going to stay in feudal because he knows now his opponent will go skirms. Look at this. Look where Barles is chopping wood. Barles is in the middle of the map chopping wood right now. Holy crap, man. That villager's changed everything. And maybe this becomes more meta, honestly. Because both times I've seen the sneak Vil, it has worked out well. Don't want to speak too soon here, of course. But Barles, he must feel very helpless at the moment. And the thing is, you're just thinking, well, if I get skirms with armor, I'm okay. In a normal game, like an Arabia game, you're going to be up against scouts next. But this is not something Barros is expecting. And, well, there's the scout, and now he's going to know, and now he's probably like, shoot. I can't make archers because I'm off of gold, and I need spearmen now. And, I mean, he's just completely surrounded. This is awful. Now, we'll see how Barros can micro this. If he's able to micro this well enough, he can still kill all the archers. We'll see how Stark can micro this. Stark kills villager number 4. But this strategy has worked perfectly for Stark, and it all started back when he passed the scout from Barros pushing deer. I'm going to go back and show you that. We did have it on screen, but I don't think you fully appreciate it yet, guys. And you will appreciate it, trust me. This is sick. And at this point, you might not win the game in feudal, but I think you've done enough to take a very big lead to the later stages. Barros just has to think, I'm melee, and I have a lot that can help me recover from bad situations with the faster uptimes. So, you know, he has to hope that Stark takes some poor engagements, and that he can clear this. And maybe then he can recover. I mean, he's got gold in the middle, so there is that, right? That's something he didn't think of till now. There's Hunt in the middle. There's wood here. And he also does have the spears. Now, again, Stark, the micro's not normally as good as maybe some of the other players out there. So there is a chance that maybe you could take a better fight. That's not a bad fight for Barles. Stark just going to simplify his game here. Focus on one group of each unit type. Resources collected, obviously higher for Stark. Stark still has this villager here. She's the key to it all. And more range units coming forward now from Stark. Score says this game is quite close. Stark, as he's microing, has had quite a bit of TC idle time. It's a very good point. Look at that farm eco, though. That is so good. 20 farms. He'll drop the market. He'll probably be able to click up. But his scouts go down. Again, it's the unit control. So for Stark in this series, it is the amount of units, it is the timing of the units, it is the overall strategy. For Barles, obviously those things matter a lot as well, but he is the player who's going to be known for having the better unit control and the multitasking. And so, you know, the unfortunate thing for Stark is occasionally you see instances where it's like very much clear that there's a bit of a difference when it comes to the unit control. Lost all of his scouts. Lost quite a few archers, but he is on the way to Castle Age. His villager's still going to be alive. She's actually standing right there. That's not what I would do with my forward villager. There goes Barles on the way up as well. In the middle, militia have come. Militia have killed a villager. Make that villager number 5. We thought these militia were going to be useless now. As Stark will now know that in the middle of the map is Barles, and he's very exposed there. Now, if only you could make knights. If you could make knights, this would be sick. You just stream knights right into the middle. He might make an elephant. He might actually send an elephant to the middle, because the Bengalis cannot make knights. Maybe he's just going to make scouts. I think light cav upgrade could make sense. It's crazy what the melee can do with the faster uptimes. They spent so little time researching the next age. We might actually see elephants from both players. We have Barles making a stable now. Also, Barles made 2 markets. In the same spot. That is most likely because of how stressful this has been. It's kind of funny that he made it in the same spot, though. Here comes the cheap elephants. Hey, man, meant to pick Magyard, Legend of the Liar style. For those that know that. And, oh, God, that was painful. Stark needs to upgrade these archers. Where is she at? Okay, so she is over there. A nice job from Barles to stay alive in this game. Seriously. Really nice job from him. And it's 50-50 one. Stark needs this one. If he has any chance to win this series, he needs this one. This strategy has done so well for him. He is going to get the light cav upgrade. He's making double light cav production from home. So he's got 3 total stables. And he's going to try and raid the middle. Now, there's villas everywhere, right? The TC's there, but still, the wood line's there. Like, there is no wood income whatsoever when it comes to the main base of Barles right now. Nice micro from Barles. Stark trying to take out the skirms. He will make a monastery. Stark will definitely make monk there to convert these elephants, but the cheap elephants have done the job so far. Light Cav's down, still moving around here from Stark with these crossbows. And Barles is maybe beginning to think, I've done it. I've defended from this. I'm safe now. And now there's Light Cav coming towards the middle. Now can Stark control the Light Cav while also controlling the crossbows? Seems like the spears are finding hits. Barles is defending from this. Beautiful job from Barles. A lot of multitasking is required here. Those Light Cav are very, very weak at the moment. But there will always be more pressure coming. And the crossbows, the mass is still growing. And there's a monk now to convert an elephant. Those elephants need to be deleted. He doesn't delete it. So now Stark has an elephant. And that elephant can be so helpful in so many different ways. And now the Light Cav are back to the middle as well. What a stressful game, man. This is insane. I don't actually know who it's more difficult for right now in terms of, like, controlling the units. I think it should actually be more difficult for Stark because, like, the areas of the map he's looking at are so wildly different. At least for Barles, it's somewhat the same. This is a lot of pressure. Now, this TC is really good here for Barles. Protects the wood, also protects the stone. But what a funny game. That monk there wants to convert the elephant back home. And will not get the conversion. The scorpion could go down. Light Cav are kind of weak. Doesn't go down. Nice hold here from Barles. There's a monk, though. Stark goes for the Repairville. There's another monk. Barles, back away, back away, back away, back away. He backs away. Crazy game. Stark, he can boom like the best of them, but he needs to settle. He needs to decide on what he wants to do. And he's going to go for elephant archers? Well, elephant archers are the key to the Megali late game. Was not expecting Megali Castle H. Not sure I love that move. I mean, the more I think about it, if Barles can get a castle here, that could be pretty sick. But how can you do that? You need to defend. Okay, guys, if you would build a castle as Barles, where would you build it? Would you build it forward, or would you build it over here to protect your own base? There's big reasons for both. Really tricky to decide on which one to go for here. Okay, so chat split 50-50 right now. I think I would go for the defensive one, like right here, because it cuts off the units flowing into your base and makes it easier to defend. But then, if you don't do this, then you're letting Stark chill, and Barles does not want to let Stark chill. That is a beautiful castle. And it's hard to disagree with it, right? Only way that's a problem. Stark, by the way, doesn't have stone walls this whole way. The only way this castle becomes a problem is if he now gets pushed at home and dies. And that's why he's dropped the tower. That is an amazing castle. If Stark has random Karambit warriors running into his eco, he is not going to have enough to be able to attack at the same time. Like, he's trying to get conversions here all the time. Even going for villagers. Now Karambits are in. Oh, man. Best of luck to you, Stark. House walls from Stark. Ugh! Quick walls. No, not happening. Need some Light Cav. Karambits are weak, but you can make a lot of them. And a castle there from Stark. Okay. How is Barles defended from this? Barles is a 25 villager lead. Is so impressive. He's lost more villagers, but he's going to kill a couple here. And the castle he has will kill some too. But Stark's castle will go up. Now we have elephants from Barles. They're going to join the party. Oh, man, what a mess. And meanwhile, still, Barles able to defend with some decent siege shots. Crazy survival from Barles here. It could have been so much worse. I think that I'm already thinking back and like the town watch choice, so he could see a potential sneak. He definitely felt like there was a chance. That was so clutch from Barles. It prevented him from losing more villagers to those sneak archers. In both games, we have seen sneak archers from Stark in some way, shape, or form. We are going to see armored elephants now. Ooh. So armored elephants from Stark to take down this castle. Stark still has control of this whole area. He also has redemption now, so he can... Don't convert a market! He has 2 of them! Okay, well, he converted the blacksmith, and Barles only has 1 of those. Karambits are going down. TC's going up. Armored elephants will be a surprise. I don't think Barles sees... No, he does see that, which might be why he has Karambits. And in a crazy, messy game... We have a very defensive castle from Barles who's very paranoid here. And this castle does somewhat protect the gold, but not fully protect it. He's going to expand that eco now. Okay. Did the villager die, by the way? I think she died at some point. Salutes to her for her contribution to this game. So, Barles has a massive eco lead, right? But what he doesn't have is as much structure to how this plays out from here. Oh, God. Elephants are going to switch sides here. Maybe. Lightcav are going to try and change that. The elephants are escaping. Lightcav kills some monks. Elephants are still on the move. Actually, not a bad fight at all for Stark. Look how many monks he killed. Look how many Karambits died. It could have been worse, is my point. I think we'll still lose the fight. And now the armored elephants are coming. And the elephants that Stark converted. And what is this game? Oh, there's no more Karambit warriors. Here comes Stark. Stark still has buildings in the enemy base. If he takes this castle out, he could build another one of his own and take the entirety of the middle. And I think right now it is looking a little awkward right now for Barles to defend this. Now he's got these a mangonel to hit the elephants. But the, oh boy. Well, the Ratha, they have a melee mode, which Stark isn't using. And they should be able to act like a knight and take that out. Yes. Wow. Desperation time for Barles, actually. And Stark is on 3 TCs at home. 4 TCs at home. And Barles is about to lose this castle. Ratha need to switch again. This is huge. You need to switch here. You need to go in there, Stark. It might not end up mattering, actually. I think the castle goes down anyways. It is going to go down. What a game. What a beautiful... beautiful, messy, crazy, strategic, mind-blowing game. I don't know how much strategy matters at this point, but now Barles doesn't have a castle, and he has to drop one behind this. Oh, man. Now, the elephants, I actually think that having armored elephants is a weakness, because it costs food and gold for this. Whereas going for rams is just wood and gold, which means you can save the food for techs and like Imperial Age. Stark isn't giving up on this, by the way. He's still out here. He's still being a pest. And he will still hold some level of presence here. In fact, I could see Stark converting a villager at some point and building up more things. Yeah, he's going to maybe lose these elephants because he's distracted. And there goes Barles now on the way to Imp. Impressive stuff from him. And so he will hope to treb this down. And yeah, Monk's still running around. We'll see. That Monk dies. Okay. Market is the only thing that Stark has left there. We now have Monks as the plan for Barles, I assume, because he's dropping monasteries. But my goodness. Deville lives. She's behind a house. Wait, what? Oh! She's still alive! How? No, don't kill her. 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 And if Stark might realize that in a second. Oh, Siege gets converted. So now she has a friend. Monks are converting Siege here. The Rams continue in. This is so funny. Guys, Barles has no army. In case you haven't realized, he's going to be Imp with no army. And these Ratha might be able to make it into his base. The monks from Barles will hope to convert some Ratha. Elephants are just hammering away on the gate. No! She's dead! Oh! She was innocent. Devotion now for Stark, as he will know his opponent will probably go for Trebs. What does he do? He makes more elephant archers here. Yo, he's sitting on the gold. He actually killed some vills there. This is wonderfully chaotic. This is hilarious. And he's going to be through. What a game. Also, he's building a backup castle, probably expecting that he's going to lose the forward one. Look at his economy, guys. We don't see this. Look at how expansive that economy is. And he now has stuff on both sides of the eco of Barles. Now, look how many karambits he's converted here. Stark refuses to quit. What a game. And still, I mean, we're waiting for Barles to make trebs, but he can't advance out too far because he's distracted, and there's a lot of things happening. Oh, God, the monks, 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 the elephants on the monks? How does that even go? Well, apparently they're horrible against monks. How is that old man surviving so many hits from a freaking elephant? That doesn't make any sense, game. But, okay, apparently they can just flop their book open a couple times and just repel the attacks. I mean, still, these monks aren't really dying. They're going to eventually die, though. And, guys, there's still constant action here. Stark is always paying attention. And he's on his way to the Imperial Age. Stark will get 2 villagers from each town center when he makes it to the Imperial Age, which will skyrocket him to a ridiculous vill count. He will have a castle. Granted, he's going to lose 1 most likely, but he will still have a castle. What he could actually do, if he wanted to still build up stuff over here, is he could make a lumber camp here. I don't know why, players don't do that more. You can just chop right through. I think players just get tunnel visioned and forget about that. But yeah, there goes a random armored elephant in. And I mean, what a game. But what a great job from Barles to stay alive against all this chaos. I mean, great job from Stark to create the chaos. But on the other side of things here, how is Barles still alive when it feels like he's just been reacting to every single play? He's going to have like 20 monks soon. So light cap becomes more important again for Stark. Stark will do that. He will also drop archery ranges now. I assume for skirmishers. And a very forward castle now from Barles to, as he's finally cleared up most of the raids to try and force the issue here. And Stark knows he'll lose the TC, so he just builds a mill here, so his farms will have somewhere to drop off the food, which is hilarious. And he knows he probably can't deny this castle, but he could kill a couple monks, and so he'll do that. And he makes it to Imp, and now the Vill count's even. And now he can make trebs. Actually, is pop capped right now. He's starting to get his houses converted. Or he's lost some to the trebs. I mean, he just got a bunch of Vills, right? So getting those Vills actually meant he's now pop capped, which means he can't make the treb, which is a really big deal. Also, his blacksmith is here. So if he gets upgrades, he's going to be upgrading that on the other side of the map. He really needs a new one. This is really difficult for Stark now. We saw Barles put out the fires and settle it down. I don't know if Stark can do that. Also, what the... Stark converted a Vill and walled this stuff in. So that's smart. Push could still continue. That's a lot of karambits, man. The melee are just so strong. It's just like they've got so many bonuses. And I think the free armor upgrades just means the karambit play is so much stronger. They already produce so fast, and we are about to have 5 trebuchets here for Barles. Stacked up, going after Stark, and Stark might just not have the time to defend this. And he's getting ballistics. He's going to go for chemistry. All these really important upgrades. But by the time he gets these upgrades, he might not have the buildings anymore. Barles is completely popped right now. He's at 200 population, which is insane. And he's got 40 karambits, man. And the melee win rate continues. Crazy what the civilization's able to defend from, what it's able to do on the attack, and how cheap everything that it does is, which I think combined with the timings is what makes this civ so dominant right now. And if you lose this castle, you're completely screwed. Like, you need a castle for trebs if you're Stark. You can't really push the middle without trebuchets. You cannot lose this castle. He needs a fight. He knows Bengali elephant archers are strong. But that is elite elephant archers with the unique tech, which he also needs the castle for, and things that he just does not have. The karambits are here. These things aren't even elite yet, guys. They're just regular, plain old Castle Age karambits, but there's so many of them, and they are going to tickle these elephants to death. But it will still be death for the elephants. More monks moving in. Another castle now from Barles, as he so desperately wants to make it to Hidden Cup 5. And surely... This is kind of funny, seeing the elephant still alive. Surely he's going to get this castle up. Elephants were converted in there. And now Barles has more than Stark does. And what a crazy game. What a crazy game. Barles somehow defended from that chaos that Stark sent his way. That was beautiful all around Age of Empires. Let's be real. I know, oops, I put the 1-1 there because clearly I wanted Stark to benefit from that. But he did not. And well, that's not exactly true. I think he did benefit from his push, but he also chose a strategy which took insane levels of multitasking, and everything always had to be right. Barles, when he made it to Castle Age, somehow made it to Castle Age faster. He just dropped TCs and got that eco rolling. Guys, at one point, Barles wasn't even in his base anymore. Like, look, he's here. How did he survive this game? What a sick job from him. Because this rush from Stark was so effective. And this villager stayed alive for a very long time. Now, I do want to go back to this. I know it's a bit of a silver lining here for Stark at this point. But I do want to show you this because I think we need to appreciate it. So, this Vil went very early, okay? And so I want to show you this from Stark's point of view. So, he's already thinking about this strat. This was part of his thinking at 14 pop. But when he goes forward... I want to show you what his scout sees. Okay, so he's looking around. He's going to look to the edge so he can hug the edge. And then he starts to see that deer. And he's like, oh, okay, we have to stay out of range of that. And then the scout's even pushing. He's going closer to the Vil. And that scout shows up and is like, no, you don't. And Barles is just thinking he's trying to disrupt me pushing the deer. But that was actually the villager sneaking at that time. And that's what led to the craziness. Now, I think you can go a bit deeper into that game, and you can, again, look at how good a job Barles did with his eco. He ends up getting to 3 TCs soon after this. And the positions, too, were great. Like, he defended with extra house walls. He took all this gold in the middle. He had 49 seconds of TC idle time. I mean, I just don't know how he was so consistently alive in this game. And then turned it into this. So 2-0 here for Barles. He's 2 wins away from being a main event player in Hidden Cup. Stark, though, super fun to watch, dude. I hope we have more games like that. And I can tell you, Islands is out there for Stark. Stark is a really good Islands player. Islands, you are inherently in the dark a bit more. Because you don't have a scout like you do on other maps. So I think we could maybe see some shenanigans there.